Welcome to the Business Buyer Diaries. My name is Nathan Platter. I'm a full-time employee, and I bought a business. I did everything right, from finding the deal, handling all the due diligence on 63 opportunities, and ultimately bought a profitable gym. And boy, was I in for a big surprise as a new owner. I chronicled everything in real time, including the biggest wins to the stressful nights at 2 a.m. I'm sharing my journey without sugarcoating anything, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Here's today's episode. Well, thanks everyone for showing up today. I know Saturdays are the start of with the Minnesota summers and weekend. Everyone wants to be at a cabin or on Lake Minnetonka or just getting brown, being outside and just enjoying the hot summer weather. So appreciate your time first and foremost. We want to make today as valuable and meaningful as possible and not just twiddle our thumbs for the sake of hanging out when there's tons of other things we can be doing. Something that I wanted to talk about today with summer, just like life reflection over the past, we'll say 6 months. December through June, it's very much for the school year, for the work year. It's heads down, very focused, very production based. And so right now at work or in academics, right now it's that second breath of, okay, it's graduation season. It's now my summer. I can now go on that vacation I've been planning. It's that second breath of what do I have going on in my life? And there's two things that happen to a lot of people, myself and all of you, I'm sure included. Right now, after months of focus and effort, there's a lot of comparison that naturally happens. Comparison is not necessarily a bad thing, but it can open up some feelings you didn't realize were there. And so right now, some topics that come to mind are, people, at least if your Facebook is anything like mine, hey, we're pregnant. Wanted to show our ultrasounds. We're finally engaged. Hey, my kid is graduating high school. I made it to my dream college. And there can be a lot of jealousy or a lot of excitement for people. And the two C words that come to mind are going to be comparison and celebration. And both of those are the options that we have as a whole and collective as we have this mid-year check-in. And so along with all of that, people can be very right in that, hey, this person is getting a promotion. I've been here longer, put in more hours, done more extra credits. That's not fair. Hey, we've been trying to have a kid for 1, 2, 5 years, and they got pregnant a month after they got married. That's not fair. Or even worse yet, I've been going to school. I've been doing grad school. I finally got this accomplishment, and they've been teaching for 2 years, and now they get to go to my classroom I've had dibs on for years. That's not fair. And the worst part in all those situations is you're freaking right. It's not always fair. And that's where we have an inflection point of, hey, we can either celebrate someone's accomplishment or we can compare and really struggle in that side of things. And we can spend our time and our energy of, hey, why did they get this? They're not deserving. They didn't do this. Negative, negative, negative. I should have gotten this. Positive, 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 positive. And now all this hard work, the working out, the nutrition, putting in time into this relationship, all these positive things we've been doing to better and improve ourselves, those are good things. The whole time you have been doing the right things, the good things to improve yourself, to be primed and ready for these opportunities. And because the result didn't happen the way you wanted, does not negate all of the good things we've been doing for ourselves. It just means the outcome didn't go in our favor this time. That sucks. And that's okay to grieve that loss, but it's also okay to say, all right, my turn will come next. And it hit me as I was, earlier this afternoon, I was hanging out in Jerry's, and I was talking to a guy named Mitch. Mitch told me afterwards he was 76 or so. So not a spring chicken by any means, but I asked him, what are your thoughts on comparison? I don't know Mitch. I now know Mitch, but I didn't know him before. And I posed the question, hey, is comparison always bad? I think 99% of the time it is. His response was compare with grace. So I asked Mitch, what do you mean by that? There's a story behind that. Comparison is okay, but you don't know the baggage, the night sweats, the family drama, the financial tightness that people are going through. And you don't know the full story that they're going through along with that. And so that's something I'm going to be hanging on to. And so along with this whole story and all these learnings, it's easy to see what someone else has. If you're anything like me, I always compare upward. Someone has the bigger house, the fancier job title. their kids actually listen to their parents. My kids still don't listen, and it's asinine. People, and all of us, I'm sure, compare upward. They compare to the dream life, the bigger, better, faster, more beautiful, more 6 foot, 6-figure, whatever that they want and aspire to. The same people that we're comparing ourselves to, other people are comparing to us. And that's really difficult to hear and acknowledge. And along that whole way, it's like, okay, well, yeah, but they don't see what I had to go through. They didn't see that I had to date someone that said no to me 3 times, and they finally said yes on the 4th date. They didn't see all the books I had to read on parenting. They didn't see this and this and this. And that's the whole point. People on the outside of your life don't see all that you had to go through to be who you are today. Just like we don't see all the good and the bad and the ugly, other people have had to gone through to get to where they're at. And if we knew the whole story, maybe I wouldn't trade places for their dream house, their dream, anything that we're wanting and having to accomplish. So with all that to say, we're living pretty lucky lives. The spot that we're in is usually an answer to prayer we had 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 6 months ago. And I want to have a moment of gratitude and reflection on that, because in the summer when everyone's posting on Facebook and Instagram pictures, accomplishments, successions, and celebrations, each of us have those as well. And it's exciting, and it's worth celebrating all of us. And so just right then and there, I want to celebrate each and every one of you for the accomplishments, the efforts, the sleepless nights, the tough mornings and evenings that you've put into your personal life, professional life, physical life, because you're all pretty incredible people. You've put in the work, and you have pretty kick-ass lives in general. So thank you for everything. Compare with grace. And at the end of the day, we're living an answer to prayer that we've wanted for years on end. So with that, I'll hand it back over, and we'll get started with some more tactical things we can do today. This has been another episode of the Business Buyer Diaries. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I hope you're realizing that business ownership is no cakewalk. Check the podcast notes for a link to the DIY due diligence program, the complete list of show sponsors, and for media inquiries. Music written and composed by Wes Schrock. I'm your host, Nathan Platter. Join me again on the next one.